For the Wall Street Exclusive, I'm Dr. Joe from the Wall Street Exclusive Institute in Geneva and Vienna and Zurich. And I'm here to give you a biotech primer. So here's the 10 steps that biotechs generally go through. Okay, so biotechs have a lot of upside because they have the right ones have sustainable competitive advantages. We talked about Tonix and Zeltiq and Mankind and Puma and Celgene and Jazz and Amicus and Second Sight if you've read my stuff. Biotech, a lot of upside in all those. Biotech has everything you want as far as upside that is yet to be unearthed. Some of tomorrow's winners are always biotechs. And remember, nobody is born knowing about biotechs. No one is born knowing this stuff. Everybody that knows about biotechs learned it. And you have the internet. So embrace the trapezoid of research, and I'm going to help you here learn about biotechs, and eschew the circle of competence. You can learn about biotechs. Okay, another great thing about learning about biotechs is that there's cumulative knowledge. If you research one biotech, it's maybe kind of hard, but the next one's a little bit easier, next one's a little bit easier. You learn more and more, and you get better and better. Okay, and another great thing, another reason to learn about biotechs is this might be the best time ever for biotechs because Big Pharma's old model of doing the research for the drugs themselves is basically broken. If they don't get it right, the costs can eat up all of their profits, and it makes these steady businesses kind of risky. They would rather have the little guys develop them and then buy them up. Okay, so generally the 10 steps of a biotech goes like this. Number 1 is the theory of a drug's benefits. Hey, this might work. Okay, so that's how it starts. Number 2 is preclinical testing. That means testing in the laboratory and testing in animals, and hopefully ethically testing in animals. Number 3, the company submits an IND, an investigational new drug application, proposing human testing, and that's called clinical trials. When they do human testing, it's clinical. When it's lab and animal, it's preclinical. Okay, and step 4 is you do a small phase 1 study in humans, and you're looking for the safety. Is this safe? And then number 5 is you do larger phase 2 study or studies looking for safety and efficacy. And step 6 is you do a larger phase 3 study or studies, again looking for safety and efficacy. And then number 7 is you submit your new drug application, your NDA, you submit that to the FDA. If your drug is a biologic, you submit a biologics license application, a BLA. If your drug is a generic, you submit an abbreviated new drug application, an ANDA. Okay, so that's step 7. Step 8 is the FDA reviews the drug. FDA reviews your application. The FDA reviews the drug's safety and effectiveness based on the trials. It looks at the trials you ran. It looks at the label. The label's the important information that comes with the drug describing how to use that drug and if there's any warnings, things like that. And then also the FDA is also going to, very importantly, inspect the manufacturing facilities. Is this going to be made in a clinical place? Is this drug going to be made in a responsible clinical place? And then number 9, they're either going to approve your drug or give you a complete response letter saying, here's why we didn't approve it. And then step 10 is you market the drug, okay? So number 1 is the theory, hey, I have an idea, this might work. Number 2, preclinical testing, animals and lab. Number 3, submission of an IND, we want to test this in humans. Number 4, a small phase 1 study or studies in humans. Number 5, larger phase 2 study or studies of safety and efficacy. Number 6, larger phase 3 studies or studies for safety and efficacy again. Number 7 was the submission of the NDA to the FDA, the new drug application. Number 8 was the FDA review. Number 9 was the approval or complete response letter. And number 10 is you take the drug to market. Okay? So biotechs there is a learning curve with biotechs, but once you learn it, the next biotech you learn about, you have a step ahead of everybody else. So once you get good at biotechs, there's a nice little niche. You know, if you've looked into stocks, you see a lot of articles about biotechs. People get very excited about biotechs. They go way up, they go way down. There's a lot of money to be made in biotechs, and it's got a big learning curve. So I hope that you found this helpful to start your learning in biotechs. Great industry that should be here for a long time, great sustainable competitive advantages. And I hope you found that helpful. I'm Dr. Joe from the Wall Street Exclusive Laboratory, helping you make informed decisions so you can succeed in the market. Coming up next, we have the first ever Thunder Angle.